Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairy Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters cast. Going to be checking out another very awesome game taken from a tournament which I can't remember the name of, but maybe American, maybe European, I don't know, one or the other. Anyway, it's going to be awesome. It has got Mr. Liquid Snute down the bottom right, otherwise known as Snute. He is part of Team Liquid. He is 23 years of age from Norway. And we haven't seen him for quite a while, but he is definitely a very awesome Zerg player. Back in the day when I first started casting, I think Snute was just all over the place, but haven't seen a lot of him recently, so definitely good to see another game out from him. And his opponent up the top side of the map is going to be Mr. MMA, 25 years of age from South Korea, plays for Team Acer, and this guy is absolutely one of the best Terran players in the world right now, I think. Again, I cast a lot of him. This year I've actually cast a fair bit of him in the end of last year. Not so much in the past couple of weeks, but once again, very happy to start casting him again. He is an exceptional Terran player, and some of the best TV whatever games I've seen have had MMA in them. So very nice. And yeah, it's going to be crazy. Seeing what's going on here. So we got a single barracks coming out. A couple of supply depots. Sort of already got the space for a reactor right here if he wants to go onto a factory so far. There's single refinery at the moment, but is banking up a lot of gas, and of course he does need it for those Reapers. So there we go, building the command center, and I don't know if he's going to go for a factory first or a bunker with a whole bunch of stuff. Looks like it is going to be a factory right there, and the Reaper getting chased away beautifully by Snute. Very nice timing. Got the rock selected as well, so I was trying to follow that as well. Control Shift F, there we go. Bloody thing doesn't do what I wanted to do. The Reaper, pretty nice control here. Hasn't managed to kill a worker, but hasn't managed to kill a Ling either, and hasn't died. So overall, pretty standard play from these guys. There we go, coming in, going to put a bit of a hurt on the Queen. Not too much though, but they are actually being quite nasty in here, and that's about it. I don't think MMA can push any further. Both Reapers have completely run out of health. The Queen is down to basically nothing, but it does have another Queen out there to help it out, so this guy maybe will run back to the main base or something like that. I'm not sure. It's not really safe for him to stay out there anymore with two Reapers, but the Reapers are going to be running back. And there we go, 12 Lings and Ling speed. So Mr. Snute knows exactly what he wants to do, and a whole bunch of speedlings are going to be out on the map ASAP, which yeah is going to make it very hard for the Reapers to do anything anymore. So MMA could just quietly transitioning into a bit of Hellion harass, going for a starport as well, putting out the tech lab on the first barracks. So almost certainly going to be seeing some Banshees coming out very soon. And Snute will just have to make sure that he's got something to do with this. Queen is going to be so open to Banshees. I would not be surprised at all if the Banshee goes straight for that guy and just absolutely destroys him. But who knows? Going for a third base. The Hellions and the Reaper have seen it. They're going to go in. Meanwhile, a whole bunch of Lings coming in. Speed coming out at the perfect moment. But the gate has been blocked and the Hellions are going to get blown up. No way they're going to survive. 4 workers out here are going to get destroyed. Supply depots are going to go down. And the Banshee is just about to come out, but if he goes out and attacks these Lings, then he is going to reveal his Banshee harass, and that's definitely not good, but maybe losing the supply depots is worse. So I don't think he's got any chance here. The supply depots are going to go down. Reinforcing Hellions coming out, as well as the main ones who are going out across the map, managed to come back as well, so they do save it, and he does not actually have to show his Banshee off, which I'm sure he's quite pleased about. Although with all of the scouting that Snute has got going on, he may already know about it. Yes, he does. He has seen the starport on top of the tech lab, so he knows that Banshees are coming. And of course, we do have spore crawlers here. So we've got one here, one there, and the third one. I don't know where the third one is, but over there. That's an interesting place to put it, but yeah, why not? And MMA though is very tenacious. He wants this third base taken out. Maybe not that tenacious. He attacked it a little bit, but the Queens are on their way. This Queen slowly regenning a bit of health. And where is the Banshee, man? I thought maybe he had it parked over there and he was trying to pull some units out, but No, the Banshee is nowhere to be seen. There it is, it's right there. So it's actually with the main group. It's not going off and branching off by itself, which is interesting. Maybe it'll branch off at some point, but sticking with the main army right now, and that's, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, none of these units are terribly effective against queens, so moving it as one group, Agriol, here we go, is moving out, cloaking up very, very early, way earlier than necessary. But here we go, the Hellions. Oh man, I thought they were going to do something there, but not quite. Overlord going in for a nice bit of a scout. Here we go. Banshee coming in, one worker goes down, the second worker runs away, and Snute is going to have to do a bit of micro here to make sure that these guys don't go. The Hellions, man, actually going for it, actually managing to destroy a fair number of queens. I think that all 4 queens have gone down by now, so Hellions just with overwhelming odds. Snute was trying to do something on his own, but yeah, a bunch of Hellions are going to scare that back, and they decide to go back and go in here. The second Banshee coming on in, and the Spore Crawler has been taken down. No, not quite. Here we go, the Hellions getting trapped a little bit here. They're trying to take out the Lings. Hellions are so good at taking out Lings, but not when they're cornered like this and completely surrounded. So all the Hellions do go down. The Banshee is quite able to just do whatever the hell it wants. A Queen comes out. That Queen is going to get shot all to hell. The Overseer coming out. And there we go. The Banshee. I don't know, man. I think that Banshee should have just taken the Queen out. I mean, there's only one Queen. The Spore Crawler has basically no health. Can easily destroy that. And I think a Banshee could probably just 1v1 a Queen. Of course, when more Queens come, you have to run. But for now... Oh... There we go, almost out of cloaks, almost out of it, but is able to take out one more worker right at the end of it. So very nice. Once again, the Lings coming in. I can't believe that this is actually blocked off. This looks like a gap here. It really looks like it, but then again, this sort of looks like a gap here. And they can't both be gaps. I think this is closed off. I think this is a gap. It's hard to tell. It's very, very hard to tell. I think that's Banshee's. It's got its 6 worker kills. I think that's probably the most it can probably expect right here. I mean, he's just going to take too much damage trying to get in there. There's queens all over the place. It's not going to happen. So Snute really, really doing a good job despite losing those 6 workers or however many he lost. He's 75 over 50. And I suppose at the 12-minute mark, MMA is just got to get his stuff going. So he's got the upgrades going. 1-1, halfway there. Same for Snute, 1-1. He doesn't have any ranged upgrades, so it looks like it's going to be Mutiling all over the place. And a nice drop coming down the side. Along with the Banshee. The Banshee is going to come by with escort duties, but the Banshee is not going to be that helpful because there is, of course, going to be a Spore Crawler there. So there we go. Drop it in, nice and close. The Medevac's getting the hell out of the way. And now these guys are going to go after whatever they can. They got the stim up. They can take out something, maybe. Not really, and they've got to get out of there before the Banshee show up. So they had a possibility of taking something out, but there were no tech buildings on this side. If there was a swarming pool or something like that, I'm pretty sure they would have gone for it. And maybe they would have taken it out, but then again, maybe they wouldn't have. And regardless, no tech buildings for them to go for. So they just kind of had to pack up and leave. Move it around the side, but a worker is going to spot them and nothing going to happen here. So they're basically just going to have to be happy with killing that worker, and that's pretty much it. That's actually a different drop. The first drop is still over here. Killing creep tumors. So MMA making a very good use of all of his units except for this Banshee, who is going to die. A little bit unlucky seeing the mutas there, but what can you do? And the important thing is MMA does have his base, and he's getting up on the worker numbers. So 57 under 69, killed a couple of drones, or Snute just used them to build something. And Snute's starting to get a 4th base out, but MMA is firmly in control of his 3rd base. So yeah, we're doing a pretty good job here. Missile turret's starting to come out. That's going to be a good idea. Definitely needs maybe a couple more on this base, because there are a very, very decent amount of mutas. 12 mutas on the map. One missile turret is not going to stand up for very long against 12 mutas. But he has been pushing the creep back, and that is a very, very good thing. He needs to start pushing this creep back as well, because that creep is quite annoying. And there we go. Look at the Banelings coming in. MMA is getting surrounded right here. There's no way out of there at all. He's trying to run. He's sort of getting away from that. But you see the Lings completely surrounded that army, and pretty much none of them survived that battle. So Snute just rolling on in there off the high ground. MMA was not expecting that much to go down. and he just got absolutely owned right there, and all of these workers have died. He's 69, he just lost like 13 workers at least. He's gonna lose this. Oh, I thought maybe he was gonna lose that, but it looks like it is gonna survive for a little while longer. That is quite a blow to Mr. MMA. He's 107 under 162. Army is 65 under 85. He is in a bad shape at the moment. We've got 1-1 versus 1-1. 2-2 nearly there. Level 2 armor nearly there for Mr. Snute. He's not getting level 1 attack for his melee, which is interesting, but yeah, I don't know. He's got level 1 attack for his flying as well. Oh, look at the Banelings. MMA once again just trapped in a very tough spot. Not really able to sort of run away. I mean, he needs to have a sort of clear ground advantage. He needs to have forces out there. He needs to know when they're coming, and he needs to engage them at a spot where he has room to back up. This is not the place you want to be engaging right here. You've got no room to back up whatsoever, and I mean, it's just too much. There's just too much crap going on, and the first engagement really just killed all of his units straight away, and the reinforcements just were not enough to really push out and gain that clear ground which he so needed to survive. Like out here, you want all of your forces out here. Maybe not out here. Out here with a good amount of scouting in this area, so you know if they're going to run up the side. So yeah, it's hard. I mean, he had here, and there was just a single force moving in there, but they were just too fast and they were too close. MMA had no idea that the entire army was massing right here, and they just ran in, and he could not run away fast enough. He could not kite away fast enough. It was just a complete obliteration. Just Snute just went in with the entire army and just swarmed over him. Just absolutely swarmed. And MMA just wasn't expecting it. He just was not expecting it, and completely surprised by the first attack, and just didn't have enough units or a good enough position to deal with the second attack. And so he lost. And that's just straight up, boom, beautiful play by Snute. Just swarmed him. I mean, there's no other word for what Snute did there. It was a absolute swarm. So there we go. Great stuff there, and Snute taking a very nice victory against one of the best Terran players out there, MMA. So congratulations to him, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this game. I will see you guys tomorrow for another one. Stay tuned.